We got some cat pats. Some pats for the cat. Like I said, we got some pats for the cat. And this stuff's all pretty self-explanatory. This is the rear folding seat assembly, which folds this way into a flatbed. The rear, like the seat back, we're gonna have to go get at a later date. You all right over there?
No.
Jeez, poor kid's gassing himself out. And here's some of the, these are the uprights for the top. And this is a club car top, which just because of the nature of the transaction, we shall say, is what we wound up with. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't get this fired onto the cart so we have multi-passenger rain deflection capabilities. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. So basically, once the roof and the back seat and stuff goes on, we've pretty much at that point committed to the body. Where it is right now, we can just kind of pull this back seat off, pull the body off, and we're good to go. Once the roof and the back seat are on, we can't exactly do that. So that means that we have to kind of button up whatever we're going to button up under here, at least for the time being. So the redesign of the jack shaft is going to have to wait till after plow day, as is a couple other things. But the big thing that we want to take care of is the exhaust leaks. So we're going to pull the hot pipe and the exhaust system off the engine here. We're going to weld up some exhaust leaks and also port match the holes on the hot pipe. And then that way when we put it back together, hopefully it won't leak as much as it's leaking now. And then we can start working on the rest of the body components. Just got the seat mocked up. Just got a couple zip ties supporting it up top. And this is actually for, I don't know if I mentioned this is for RXV, which is a newer E-Z-GO. So it's not necessarily like for this cart, but it's a good deal. So I'm gonna punch a couple holes in this bottom section here and keep on keeping on. And over here in the Talbot machine department, Kyle's been going to town on our hot pipe turbo adapter to port match it, so to speak, so that we have less turbulence and therefore more boost, baby, and therefore more power, baby. Ooh, look at that. Oh, we're gonna make so much more power now. Holy shit. Kyle Auto Machine Talbot, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we basically just jammed out on this thing, and well, these are the results. I didn't really stop to take a video just because sometimes you just gotta get in a groove and stick with it. So the back seat is mounted. Basically what we did, again, this is not the correct seat for this cart, is it had this bracket piece. It's basically angle iron with a bunch of holes drilled that correspond to the base frame here. So as you can see, we welded it to the seat back uprights, and then that's bolted through. And then it's got two bolts in the back here holding it on. So it holds weight pretty good, but as we kind of expected, when you put weight on it, you can see this radius tightens up. So basically what we're gonna do is the bottom of the step and the bottom of the frame, you can see, are about on the same plane. So we're gonna come up with something there to tie those in, because this thing's got a wheelie, and the only way to wheelie is with a bunch of dudes on the back. Hell yeah. So, banana bread at work, dude. So, I don't know when it's gonna happen, maybe tomorrow, maybe not, but we've got to wrap the exhaust, which is over there. Got some header wrap for it to try and reduce the heat transfer to the seat, because having heated seats this time of year is nice. Having heated seats in the summer when you don't want them isn't so nice, so we gotta do something about that. So we gotta wrap the exhaust, put that back on, reinforce the bottom of the back seat. We started, actually I shouldn't say we, Kyle started repairing the busted side of the frame. So this is a piece of 3/16, and it's plug welded. The crack itself was welded, and as you can see, this is fully welded out. Kyle was also able to extract the broken off bolts in these side welded nuts, so because that's what the front end bolts to, that's what the grill guard's going to bolt to, that's what the front uprights bolt to, so those are pretty critical. So you can see we got that nice and reinforced. We got to do the other ones still. Basically, once those are done, we can start figuring out the roof, and then we got to do lights and all kinds of more crap and whatnot. But we got a lot of work done today. Anyway, you got a lot of work left to do if this thing's going to be ready for plow day, but we're just going to send it. Hell yeah, banana bread at work, dude. You know, with all the projects over the years, I never thought that the first time I'd ever use exhaust wrapping would be on a golf cart, but, you know, fucking mint. So now that the exhaust is taken care of, we can move on to trying to reinforce the foot plate for the rear seat. Kyle's starting to take shape on the driver's side frame repair. And basically what we're going to try and do is make a removable piece that can span from the bottom of the footboard down to the frame of the cart. So we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so this is what we came up with. Basically we've just got this big piece of, I think it's probably like 3" by maybe quarter angle iron that bolts into the bottom of the seat. And then we've got these two brackets that bolt to the back of the cart. The reason they're split, if you can tell, the bumper has a profile to it where it's kind of concave or convex, depending on how you want to look at it. So it bolts to that, and then we got these pieces of square tube that we cut a notch out of, and they kind of nest on the angle iron and they're welded together. So all that's left is we're going to bolt, or tighten up the bolts rather, on the bottom there, and that should take most of the flex out of the footboard there. So the verdict is, well, we tested for boost again, and we also plugged off, you can see that little hose there with the bolt in it. That is the pressure hose that powers the wastegate. Not the correct terminology, but we're going to go with it. Last time that was open, and it still made like 4 pounds of boost. This time I think the highest we saw was like just a touch over 6. And you can hear it, and you can see the smoke clear up once the turbo comes in. So that's cool. It also means that the hot pipe works better now, thanks to the porting and the fixing of exhaust leaks. The back seat, Kyle, would you say it held you all right?
It held me.
Okay, it held Kyle all right. And I think if we got another guy on the back, this thing's gonna wheelie like a son of a gun. So, good to go. Still plenty to do before plow day, but she's getting there. Gonna have a wheelie diesel golf cart before you know it.